Welcome to INTJ and INFP wine. I was making fun of Alex last time, but today I forgot to buy wine. I'm drinking water. See, it's good for me. And as an NFP, I have natural drunkenness, so it's gonna be okay. Today we're gonna talk about this really fun hypothetical topic. I'm actually so excited about it, where we compare MBTI types to fruit.
Thank God we have an NE user to come up with these fun hypothetical topics. Okay, let's start with ENTP. So for an ENTP, I put mango. I kind of thought that like the fact that mangoes are fragrant and that you can kind of like smell them before you even open them up is like extroversion. I don't know, it's like they give this external indication of what they are. Yeah, so just like a bold tropical flavor that I find very like cheerful and exciting, so that makes me think of like NE plus FE.
For me, I wrote the banana because it is phallic shaped. No, I'm kidding. Bananas are the symbol of jokes, and I think of ENTPs as like one of the funniest MBTI types.
And I guess people like slip on banana peels all the time, and that's like a humorous thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go on to INTP. I ended up with lime, I guess because it's kind of like small and unobtrusive, so I thought of that as like introversion. But yeah, it has like a very complex, interesting flavors. Like even though it's not like sweet, and I kind of thought like maybe the not sweetness of it is kind of also good because their feeling is like the last function. But they also have a very complex flavor, which I think is kind of like TI. TI is very complex and I do not understand it.
I love how so far you've been talking about taste and smell, which I have been not considering at all. It's all about the symbolic value of the fruit. So for INTP, very easily for me, INTP, theory of the universe, like Newton, apples, gravity, come on. So like it's definitely going to be the apple, even like Apple as in Steve Jobs, apple.
Whoa, my mind is blown right now. Like my mind does not think that way at all.
How was it the original fruit too? I feel like TI is getting to this place of the most simplicity, and what is more simple than an apple? Simple yet complex, right?
Yeah, you go to like Newton, and then you go to Steve Jobs, and then you go to like the Bible. Like all related to like Apple and like TI. This is amazing. ENTJ. For ENTJ, I said pineapple because they have this like hard kind of scaly exterior, but then like the top with all the spikiness is kind of like the zany like SE side that comes out. And then when you open it up, yeah, it's really yummy. It's kind of sweet, but it's also kind of a little bit acidic, so it kind of retains that like TE dominant kind of kick.
My thought was pretty similar to yours, so I wrote like melon, probably a cantaloupe, because it's kind of like scaly and hardened on the outside, but inside you're a mush of sweet, seedy feelings. I know you. Okay.
Next, INTJ. So this one I put avocado because it has like, yeah, again, it's like a hard exterior, but it's not as like zany as like the ENTJ exterior. It's just kind of like simple and kind of almost boring, but then you get into the inside and it's kind of filled with like this very yummy, squishy stuff that makes me think of maybe like more FI. Yeah, maybe NI is like the solid pit in the middle. And all the squishy FI flesh around it.
Yeah! Oh my gosh, okay, my thought was like kind of similar to yours. I almost put durian, but then I was like, yeah, like I know a lot of people love durian, but a lot of people think it's like stinky, so let me not associate that with the INTJ for now. So I was like, what's kind of like a durian? A lychee. So I was thinking it's like kind of prickly, a little bit prickly on the outside and hard, but it's very sweet on the inside with the hard NI core, or FI core, whatever you want to call it.
ENFP. Okay, now this is interesting because I put lychee for ENFP. I guess I didn't see that outside as hard, but I saw it as very pretty and kind of extravagant and kind of very like unique in an FI way. Like it has a very unique but extroverted kind of presentation, and then but softer, like yummy insides that might be more like FI.
Okay, for ENFP, I put dragon fruit because it's so flamboyant on the outside and totally random and unexpected on the inside. It's like, what? Why are you polka dotted? Why?
Okay, INFPs. For INFPs, I put raspberries because they're kind of like a delicate, subtle flavor, and I feel like there's a lot of like delicate subtlety with like FI, SI. And also I think raspberries are kind of romantic, like they get put in desserts a lot, or they get paired with like chocolate a lot. Like, that's like my one SI association, is like maybe raspberries are kind of romantic, like an INFP is romantic.
I put nectarine because peach just sounds kind of sexual. I put nectarine because it's like, everyone thinks of INFP as kind of like soft and sweet, but we do have like a very strong core of inner beliefs and values.
ENFJ. For ENFJ, I put orange because I think of like this orange kind of citrusy flavor or smell as like very uplifting and very invigorating, and I see that like FE and that SE combination as like probably the most like inspiring and motivating out of like all the MBTI types. So it's like getting up and like having orange juice in the morning kind of wakes you up in the way like an ENFJ would like inspire you to like follow your dreams.
I wrote strawberry because it is a people's fruit. I feel like strawberry is one of the most popular fruits ever. Strawberries can be added into any situation, into any flavor. It's been combined with anything. It's like the leader of fruits. It is so sweet. And yes, great ENFJs.
Okay, INFJ. I put blackberries because I think, again, blackberry have like very kind of subtle yet complex flavors that maybe I associate with like the complexity of like NI and TI. And also the dark color makes me think of like the kind of, I don't know, the very confident, the quiet confidence that they have that might not be very like flashy like other fruit, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's more subdued, but it's very strong.
I settled on passion fruits because passion fruit is like, you know, small and unassuming. And it takes a while to get to know the passion fruit, but once you cut it open, it is a mess of squishy, awesome feelings, complex feelings on the inside, very intense, and of course, passionate, as the name suggests.
ESTJ. So ESTJ, I put kiwi, seemingly rough exterior. But then once you get on like the inside, where I feel like maybe once you know them well enough and you kind of see their like NE bursts or even their FI, then you get this like very interesting kind of fruit flavor on the inside.
So I put grape because grapes have the potential to turn into raisins or wine, so it is the most efficient fruit ever, and I think of ESTJs as leaving nothing to waste, resourceful, and whatever the situation demands of them, they will find a way to be either a raisin or wine.
ISTJ. I put pomegranate because, again, like an introvert and a thinker, it kind of has like this hard exterior that's maybe difficult to penetrate and get to know them. But then once you open it up, it's like all those little seeds are like all these little SI like information pieces. Like that's what I imagine like the inside of like an SI Dom's brain to be like little pieces of all this like valuable information that is this juicy, yummy fruit.
I put orange because it is, I don't know, I thought ISTJs are like the classic personality type. Oranges are so classic. It's just like, who doesn't like an orange? It's like the dependable, such a reliable fruit. You will always find oranges at grocery stores. Will never abandon you. Orange, ISTJ.
ESFJ. I ended up choosing cherry because I think cherries are kind of very like yummy and kind of like inviting the way that they just kind of like hang on a tree. And I think of that as like maybe like kind of FE, like inviting like, I don't know, harmony or social interactions. And yeah, and maybe that pit in the center could be like their SI-TI core with the yummy FE and E flesh.
Pears, because pears are beautiful and they have a maternal shape, which I associate with ESFJs. Plus, pears also hang out on a tree. I wasn't even thinking about that. Also inviting.
Okay, ISFJ. I chose banana because I feel like out of all of the fruit, banana is probably like the most filling, maybe, and the most nourishing. Like, it's not just something where you just get like a bunch of like random vitamins from. It's like, it's very filling, right? And so I see like the ISFJ as that ultimate like caretaker of like wanting to like nourish people and take care of people, and I see a banana as the same way.
Wow, that's very like TE, like, you know, what does the banana accomplish? That's what I'm gonna pay attention to. Cool. I put blueberry because blueberries I think are like one of the sweetest of all fruits, and it's always there to help out a dessert in need. Will commonly be added to pies and muffins, making its sweet nature more sweet. And I think of the ISFJ as like a very responsible, like helper type. And yeah, I don't know, the way it gets mixed into candy and dessert makes me think of like harmony, or like, you know, lose itself into like the general sweetness of the cupcake. And yeah.
ESTP. I put grapes. I guess I thought like since it's a bunch of grapes and you have to like eat each one individually, it's like maybe that's how like they experience like SE like things. It's just like this like, oh, this one SE experience and then there's this other SE experience, and it's kind of like all these like separated but yet kind of whole experiences. And also this is like an SI association that I managed to conjure up. Grapes are like kind of sexual, and I see like the like you can like feed them like to your partner or whatever. So I see that as like an SEFE kind of thing. Yeah.
LOL! So I put lime for sure because ESTPs are very adventurous and they're eager to get into all sorts of situations. So the lime is zesty and it's not afraid to get into your taco or Mexican food or your tequila or margarita. So it is like accepting of all sorts of experiences.
ISTP. So for ISTP, I put blueberries. I guess because blueberries are like so perfectly round. I don't know, for some reason that like conjures up SETI to me, where it's like, yeah, every blueberry is like a separate little SE experience, but then like that perfect shape makes me think of like a TI logical framework that is like perfectly encompassing like everything, and thus it's like a perfect sphere. Yeah, I don't know, ISTP.
So ISTP, I wrote structuring kernels of experience. So I put the pomegranate because I thought of each SE kernel. I thought of each like kernel of pomegranate as like a SE like experience. It's like juicy and awesome, but then they all had to be integrated like perfectly to fit into one pomegranate via TI. So like pomegranate. I feel like the segments of an orange are like very clearly segmented, but the pomegranate is so random. It's just very randomly segmented. It's not a very clear structure, so it's like a perceiver. I don't know.
ESFP. I just put watermelon because I think of like watermelon as this like very fun and very refreshing and very summery fruit that maybe you like share with people in like a backyard summer barbecue party, and for some reason that just kind of like fit with ESFP to me.
ESFPs are the natural performers of personality types, so I put the star fruit. Need I say more?
ISFP. So for ISFP, I put strawberry. I don't remember what you put strawberry for, but it was like the same reason. It was like, yeah, most people like really love strawberries, and I think like ISFPs are like so cute and charming to probably like all personality types. Strawberries are like very aesthetically pleasing. Like I feel like a lot of like people have like, I don't know, strawberry pillows or like strawberries on clothing or whatever, so it just seems like a very like SE kind of, yeah, aesthetically pleasing thing.
So for like the FI strength plus vulnerability dichotomy thing that I had with INFPs, where it's like sweet on the outside but a hardcore on the inside, I also wanted to do that with ISFP. So put cherry, like it's sweet and juicy on the and cute. Cherries are more cute, so on the outside, but like they have the FI strength on the inside, and then also cherries are more innocent. And for some reason, I think of ISFPs as like the most innocent, like sprightly fairy of all types, even more so than INFP. So I put cherry for that, and I put like nectarine for INFPs. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that we didn't offend anyone too much.
Yes, at the end of the day, all fruit are yummy, so take that away. All MBTI types are yummy.